So there's this idea out there that you may or may not have heard. It's that if you want to be successful in life, you need to trust the process. Now, I've been giving this some thought and I was wondering, what do you do if the process just isn't working? Like, what if every decision you've made up until this point has been a complete failure? Got accepted into university, didn't get the degree. You found the courage to ask out the girl, got rejected. Started the YouTube channel, not getting any views. Eventually, you settled for taking the job, but you still can't pay the bills. So what do you do now? What do you do when it feels like you've just hit rock bottom and nothing seems to work? Things don't magically work out in life just because you show up. There are no participation rewards in the real world. Eventually, there will come a point where you will feel like quitting. Your mind will try and convince you that you're just wasting your time and that you should move on to something else in life. For some, this may be the answer, but for others who refuse to give up on their dreams, let me tell you about some advice I received when I was at a low point in my life. Not too long ago, I began to notice that my work didn't feel as fulfilling as it once was. The views didn't increase as I had hoped, my subscribers didn't come back or care about any of my future videos, and worst of all, the passion and love I had for storytelling began to waver. I was broken and defeated, another stupid business idea down the drain that I could add to my list of past failures. Then one day, everything changed for me when I listened to some words of encouragement from the great Gary Vaynerchuk. He said, if you're struggling, if you're lost and beaten down by your lack of success in life, instead of trusting the process, you need to love the process, to just embrace the grind. If you love the grind more than the payoff, then you will be successful. Just stop and think about that again. If you love the grind more than the payoff, then you will be successful. So what did I do? I got to work. I began to push. I began to grind. I started to lift more, write more, and read more. I rededicated myself to the things I love to do with zero expectations. This was the light bulb moment I needed in order to steer my dreams back on track. In time, the path to success started to reveal itself, and everything became crystal clear. My doubts were melting away as I realized I was too caught up in the end result, too consumed by the goal that I'd never stopped to just appreciate the work. I began to realize I just love making videos. I love telling stories. I love sharing ideas. And I absolutely love the creation process. And that was the key. I loved the creation process, not the creation result. And once I detached myself from the results and just focused on the task at hand, I rediscovered what my purpose and passion was in life. That is what trusting the process is all about. It's not the trust of the work, it's love for the work. That is what will get you to the next level, to the next goal, the next dream, or next milestone. Because eventually you'll realize that no matter how much success you achieve, or how much money you make, or how many views, followers, or subscribers you have, human beings have this innate desire to constantly move up the goalpost of success. If you get 100,000, you want the million. If you get the house, you want the mansion. If you get the car, then you want the boat, private jet, yacht, or whatever else that's out there in the world. And if you work for just the outcome, you will simply never have enough, which is why it's so important. It's just so important to love the process. That is the true reward in life. I can't think of anything better in this world than waking up in the morning, excited to start my day because I just love life and love what I do. If you haven't figured out what your goal or passion is yet, just take a second to stop whatever you're doing. Just turn off the TV, put down your phone, and close the door. Get a pen and paper and try your best to answer these questions. What would I love to do in this world, and what are the steps I need to get there? Human beings need to have goals in life. If you have no goals, then what are you doing? Just floating around, existing, stumbling through life aimlessly day after day? If you're just hoping that things will miraculously work out in the end, I'm sorry, but that's just never going to work. It's so important to create goals that will provide you with direction when you feel lost. This could be for that business you want to start, the YouTube channel you've always wanted to create, or a dream job at a company that you would love to work for. It could be anything. But depending on how ambitious of a person you are, this process could take 10 steps, 50 steps, or even 100. Whatever that number is, the biggest mistake we make is that we get fixated on our goal as a whole, which results in this feeling of being overwhelmed, rather than just taking it one step at a time. So take a moment and look at the list you created. Figure out what step 1 is and go after it. Consume it and become obsessed with it and make it your mission to get that thing done. If you don't know what to do, find someone who is doing something that you would love to do and figure out how they got there. Ask the questions, study them, and get the references and learn how. And commit to the decision that from this day forward, nobody is going to stop me from achieving my dreams. The haters will attack you, the naysayers will doubt you, even your family will criticize you. But if you know deep down in your soul what you want to do in this life and in this world, then trust the process, embrace the process, and eventually you will love your work. Because if you can do it for the process, not the prizes, your life will be so much better. Thanks for watching.